Chicory offers several health benefits, including being antibacterial, antiviral, anti inflammatory, antifungal. There's a lot. There's even more. It helps with gut health because of the inulin, which works as a prebiotic. It also can help with liver. Come on over and learn some more with me. Hi, everybody. It's Rachel at the Herbalist Garden. How are you today? My disclaimer, I'm an herbalist. I'm not a doctor. Do your research. Thank you very much. Super important. Let's see. I think that's what I'll do. That's what the intro is. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I know it sounds like I've got it all together. In that regard, I don't. Even after what, a year or so more. I don't remember. I'm just glad you're here. I'm glad you're checking this out. We're going to learn about chicory today. Chicory sits on the sides of roads. Grows best there. But you can cultivate it yourself. It is Chicorium intybus. Chicorium intybus. It's a perennial plant. It's been around for ages and grown all over the world. People have long used it as food for their livestock. And it is popular for human consumption. I'm already yawning, I'm sorry. But it's used for coffee usually. But it is medicinal, nutritional, and culinary. It has all of them. They're chicory flowers. I've only ever personally seen them in like lavender blue, but they can be blue, pink, or white. You'll see them all over the sides of the roads right now. And in wilderness areas, they're everywhere here. And it makes me sad because like I've never seen them not on the sides of the roads, which means that if they're on the sides of the roads, that they're collecting all the emissions from our cars, our vehicles, and they basically can't really be used. So forage at your own risk, I guess. If you find them not on sides of the roads, highly recommend getting as much as you can, roots and all, because they're very prolific in the summers. They're just all over the place. So it's not like we're gonna lose them. Um, Foraging ethics says to leave a quarter of it. Any patch that you find, leave a quarter of it there so it can just regrow and seed itself and be food for pollinators and all that kind of fun stuff. So, that was the other thing. I have all my notes over here on the screen. I often refer to them almost exclusively. I have put websites in the description below that I've gleaned a lot of my information from, and I will be reading some of this because squirrel brain, yeah, so that's a real thing. The leaves of the chicory look somewhat similar to those of like a dandelion, but their shapes can vary. Mostly they're very deep lobed or have irregular toothed appearance. The leaves do. Most parts of the plant, like the roots and all that, contain many nutrients they include proteins, vitamins, minerals, soluble fiber, carbohydrates, and much more. It belongs to the dandelion family. I think that's pretty cool. Grows wildly in Europe, North America, parts of Asia. Um, Most commonly, the roots are used because that's what people use for the coffee, chicory coffee. Um, because people dry it and they roast the roots, and then it tastes like coffee. It has a little bit of a different flavor, and it has higher beneficial. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the benefits. It's slightly bitter taste, kind of like a coffee bean, but you can use the flowers, the seeds, and the leaves all to just be like in salads. Um, it's a slightly bitter taste, not as bad as arugula, but you can add a, you can make a tea out of the leaves or the flowers. You can, if you make it out of the roots, it'll be a coffee, tea, coffee, infusion, however you want to see. So it's low in calories. It's only got like 100 grams per serving, and like, or and 100-gram worth of a serving is only like 72 calories, and it's rich in fiber. That's the inulin. So it's one of the best natural sources of inulin, which is a prebiotic fiber that supports digestion. And also, there's like 4 to 5 grams of fiber in it, which helps regulate your bowels and your improve your gut health. So rich in vitamins and minerals. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, B, potassium, calcium, magnesium. It's got antioxidants, the polyphenols, the flavonoids, the sesquiterpene, lactones. There's a lot of antioxidants in this. So antifungal, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-carcinogenic, anti-mutagenic, which means that it reduces the rate of mutation, which means that it's anti-cancer. Anthelmintic, which means it has it can treat parasite-related infections. That's a huge one in my opinion. Immune stimulating, anti-hepatotoxic, which means it prevents liver damage. Antioxidative. Um, Research has been studying chicory as a livestock feed initially, but their findings overlap with studies involving people. So the inulin in chicory is a probiotic or a prebiotic. Prebiotics, they stimulate the growth of beneficial gut bacteria while decreasing other germs and bacteria in the intestines. Prebiotics relieve constipation. They lower the risk of osteoporosis by increasing the absorption rate of essential minerals like calcium. It lowers the risk of liver disorders, the risk of cancer. It reduces skin inflammation and reduces odorous compounds in like the colon and rectal contents. So it just like breaks things down. According to the USDA, chicory is a great source of vitamins and minerals, including zinc, magnesium, manganese, calcium, iron, folic acid, um, folic acid, and potassium, as well as A, B, 6, C, E, and K. It does a lot. And in those wonderful things that all the vitamins and minerals that they carry, that chicory carries, it actually can help promote weight loss. And this one I actually feel actually would, rather than like the other ones do by just being an antioxidant or an anti-inflammatory, which yes, but this is different. This actually is high in fiber, which help increases the feelings of fullness and satiety by controlling hunger, okay, and reducing overall calorie intake throughout the day. It serves as a helpful weight management herb plant, whatever you want to call it. So it's got oligofructose, And inulin itself is a form of a natural dietary fiber that helps manage weight and promote weight loss. Both aid in regulating ghrelin. Ghrelin. It's an amino acid primarily associated with feelings of hunger and food-seeking behavior. A 2012 study published in the magazine, or it was published in Obesity Research, okay, cited research involving rats to study the impact of chicory on the entire weight loss process. It concluded that by reducing the hormone ghrelin, chicory can reduce the chances of overeating and promote satiety, I don't know how to say the word, or the feeling of fullness, thus helping with weight loss. So, I mean, it can do that. I believe that, what's the other one? Herbal malt is supposed to also do that. I think it does a pretty decent job at it. I've taken it before. Um, so the big one, in my opinion, is supporting gut health, because remember, the gut is our second brain. So we have our brain here, and we have our gut brain, and they actually gut brain controls the majority of our bodies. So it is super important to have optimal gut health, because if not, the rest of us isn't really working. If our gut health is poor, our brain health is going to be poor, no matter what you say. It's just the way it is. You don't get to choose these things. It's just a fact. So we know that the inulin in chicory root is a prebiotic. It helps balance gut bacteria and reduce inflammation. It also is really good for like people with IBS or diarrhea symptoms. The fiber in chicory leaves helps regulate bowel movements. This promotes regularity and relieves constipation. Great for your digestive health, as it may I read that wrong. Prebiotics are a class of bacteria that confer benefits on the host rather than the disease. One report published in the journal FEMS Microbiology Ecology reports that inulin is used to combat a number of intestinal and digestive concerns, including acid reflux disease, indigestion, heartburn. It actively reduces the acidity in the body system, and it just basically plays a vital role in easing digestion. It helps bulk up bowel movements so that everything actually like comes out. It promotes peristal peristal peristaltic movements. Basically, just helps you go. Um, it just improves your digestion overall, and constipation will be like virtually reduced, gone. By maintaining a smooth and regulated digestive process, people can reduce the chances of a number of gastrointestinal conditions and diseases. So it is super important. So in that, we talked about how it relieves indigestion, which is a little bit different than acid reflux, but it's similar. Acid reflux, I guess, is indigestion, but let's see. Heartburn, would that be different? Because indigestion, I don't never really thought about it before. Pause. Okay, So heartburn is a burning sensation in the chest caused by stomach acid flowing back into the esophagus, while indigestion is a group of gastrointestinal symptoms that, like pain and discomfort of the upper abdomen, bloating, and feeling full after eating. You can have both at the same time, but they are different. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. I know it sounds like it's not important, but when you're talking to somebody, you want to have some accuracy. So I had to look it up. Anyway, basically, chicory will help relieve indigestion as well, which is huge because a lot of people get like heartburn, acid reflux, and all that kind of stuff from coffee. So, chicory has a similar flavor and it's actually can relieve that stuff. I want to try it. I want to get some chicory root and I want to roast it and dry it and roast it and all that kind of stuff and add it into my coffee. I bet that could work. I bet if you add it in, it gives that added benefit to it. So find it. We'll find out. I'll try it again. And I'll let you know. I'll probably do a video, a short little video on it. We'll get it. All right. So it also is really good at preventing cardiovascular disease. So the leaves are rich in antioxidants like beta carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, I don't know what that word is, vitamin C. The nutrients help with managing blood cholesterol levels, which can reduce the risk of cardiovascular issues like atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis. I mean, I say it okay, but I'm not great. Heart attacks and strokes. The fiber content in both the leaves and the roots also help decrease the absorption of dietary fats and further aid in cholesterol control and heart protection. Inulin is not only beneficial for digestive system, but it also been shown to reduce LDL cholesterol, which is bad cholesterol. This type of cholesterol is one of the main causes of atherosclerosis and high blood pressure. It is as it blocks the flow of blood when it binds to arteries and all that kind of stuff. And it can also contribute to the possibility of heart attacks and strokes. So atherosclerosis is it's dangerous. Heart attack and stroke. Yeah, nobody wants that. No, ain't got time for that. So the chemical pathway inulin uses to reduce LDL cholesterol is rarely active unless a person consumes a high level of carbohydrates. So this benefit is slightly smaller range of effects. Okay, that's interesting. Makes us think, doesn't it? The more research, so it's underway exploring how chicory can help heart health in other ways. Dr. Jean Charles Fruchart of the International Atherosclerosis Society stated that generous helping of low-calorie vegetables such as chicory should be included in one's diet to prevent cholesterol. Besides chicory, it is also packed with plant phenols, which have been widely studied as antithrombotic and antiarrhythmic agents. They are considered antioxidants, and studies have shown that chicory-based coffees, rather than normal coffee, can significantly, not slightly, significantly improve the balance of blood and plasma in the body, which reduces the chances of cardiovascular diseases. Pretty cool. All right. It also manages diabetes risk. It's flying in my face or my brain, so it doesn't come out my face as easily. Um, so the fiber in chicory, because did you know that fiber actually helps slow the absorption of carbohydrates, and this helps stabilize blood glucose levels and may prevent insulin resistance, and onset of diabetes. So it can help. It also can improve liver function. Chicory root contains the inulin, the flavonoids, and chicory acid, along with compounds like lactursin and lactopicrin. I don't know. These substances stimulate the production of gastric juices and bile, which helps the liver function more efficiently. And if our liver isn't working right, our body isn't working right. That's just the way it is. If your liver feels bad, you feel bad. It's important to keep our liver function up. I had issues back in 2020, and my enzymes were up through the roof. It was my own fault because I took too much Tylenol. This is before I started like heavy go into my health journey. So I think I've shared this before, but it pertains that like I had been taking the max dose of Tylenol for 4 years because I had pain in my foot from an injury that they're like, oh, it's just arthritis. I'm like, no, it's not. I know what I did. But they wouldn't look into it. Just take time. Just take time. So taking the max dose for 4 years because it was the only way I could actually like function because it hurt all the time. Even to sit still, because what happened was I shattered a lot of the cartilage in there, and I shattered what are they called? Bone spurs. Bone spurs shattered in there, so they were like shifting all around, and like they would hit the nerve in there, and then it would just shoot up my leg, and it would the pain. It was really bad. And finally, after I had the liver issue, then they finally sent me to a podiatrist, and she highly recommend this doctor any day. Her name is Rachel Kish. She's a really, really, really good surgeon because I have not had an ounce of problems since. She got all the random pieces out of me, and yeah, she fixed a lot. I've never had a problem since. It's great, fantastic, and wonderful. Anyway, on to the next thing. It's also really good at maintaining eye health. The carotenoids, lutein, and that other antioxidant, that word. It supports long-term eye health. The compounds protect the eyes from damage caused by UV rays and blue light from electronic devices, potentially preventing cataracts and macular degeneration. So I need to get on this because my eyesight's just getting worse. Although they told me that it has to do with age. Yeah, I'm not young anymore. Sorry. But at the same time, if there's something that can actually help me, there's also eye bright. There's also bilberry. Those are I have things I have not done any podcasts on them. I should add them to my list. So along with it being good for digestive health, it also will, and it talked about how it can relieve basically odor, right? So chicory root tea has carminative properties, which help expel gas from the intestines. This can provide relief from bloating, abdominal pain, and cramping. So it would help. Soothing muscle and joint pain. I like this one. So that means it's an analgesic. In a roundabout, it's not claimed as an analgesic, but if it reduces inflammation, inflammation also causes pain. Therefore, if it reduces inflammation, it'll reduce your pain, right? Concept. So the chlorogenic acid and the sesquiterpene lactones, these phenolic compounds have anti-inflammatory properties which help reduce muscle and joint pain associated with conditions conditions like arthritis and gout. So chicory has traditionally been used to treat arthritis, and studies have shown it as an anti-inflammatory help, which reduces pain in conditions like osteoarthritis. A 2010 study, 70% of the test subjects who received the chicory treatment reported a noticeable improvement in pain associated with their osteoarthritic conditions. So it's a really good agent for aches, muscle pains, joint soreness, all for the same reasons. So kidney function, that's the other one. Kidneys are very important as well. We need to be able to flush our system, and our kidneys help us do that. So the root and the flowers of the chicory plant act as a natural diuretic. This helps improve kidney function and reduces fluid retention and body swelling. Increases urine volume. So it's going to make you go to the bathroom more often. So you have to make sure you stay hydrated. Super important. Because it'll eliminate excess water weight and even reduce fat, since 4% of our fat is usually fat. Our urine is fat deposits, which otherwise will be stored elsewhere. So make sure you're going, make sure you have enough hydration, electrolytes, and all that kind of fun stuff to make it worthwhile. You have to stay hydrated. Our bodies cannot function without hydration. And I'm not talking Gatorade. No, 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 no. There are healthy electrolytes out there, like Celtic sea salt, Himalayan sea salt. There's a lot that can be done, like lemons. Like add lemons or limes to your water. That helps absorb the nutrients. Add a little pinch of salt to it. You got yourself electrolytes. You don't have to go spend money on it. So lemons, limes. You can put orange juice in there, like just as a flavoring. One of my friends says kumquats, the juice, just to make it nice and light and refreshing, and then add a little pinch of salt, not table salt, not iodized salt. Electrolytes are important. Just make sure you're getting quality. And we talked about how it has cancer-fighting properties. Also has to do with the antioxidants, and then it also reduces stress and anxiety symptoms. Chicory also has mild sedative effects, and that will help the central nervous system, promoting relaxation and helping alleviate physical and mental symptoms of stress and anxiety. A 2016 report published in the Performance Health Center Journal and focusing on the connection between nutrition and mental health revealed that chicory root extracts can also be used as a sleep aid due to its sedative quality and are much healthier than many sleeping pills on the conventional market. Relieving stress and anxiety can also help maintain a healthy heart, hormone imbalance, insomnia, cognitive decline, and premature aging. It helps with all those things. Chicory root has mild sedative properties that can help with relaxation, improving sleep quality. It strengthens the immune system. Why does it strengthen the immune system? Because it has antioxidants. Wonderful. Loaded with the antioxidants, it's a powerful immune booster. It displays clear antibacterial effects against numerous dangerous strains of bacteria. We already mentioned the benefits of the polyphenolic compounds in chicory for boosting the immune system. The phytochemicals also act as potential antioxidants, further sweeping away free radicals from the bloodstream. This reduces the chance of contracting numerous diseases. And those antioxidants help with premature aging, helping fight free radicals. So it'll help with help prevent the early formation of wrinkles and maintain skin elasticity. strengthens bones because it contains vitamin K, saccharides, flavonoids, all improve calcium absorption. Since calcium is essential for bone density, chicory can be a dietary aid in preventing osteoporosis. Um, you can make it, let's see, the flowers, the leaves would be a tea, and the root would be a coffee. But there's a lot of things. The websites that are down in the description below will there are ones that are in there that actually have recipes included. So you can go check those out, see what recipes you can use to benefit yourself, right? Side effects, always moderation, right? Moderation. That's what we got to do. So if you have too much of it, it'll give you gas, all right? It can make you belch a lot and abdominal bloating because if you have too much of a good thing, it's a bad thing. Don't they talk about how if you're pregnant, you shouldn't have it because it can stimulate menstruation, which could possibly lead to a miscarriage. Um, do not eat excess chicory while breastfeeding. Since there is a lack of research, they have so much lack of research on any sort of lactation and herbs. Um, I don't know how they could fix that because you don't want to harm a baby. I don't know how to fix that. It's only 9 months. You can wait. It's okay. This plant is closely related to ragweed, marigolds, daisies. So allergic reactions aren't common, but if you're allergic to those species, you might be allergic to this. Just seasonal allergy stuff. Um, Obviously, consult a doctor if you have any questions or your local herbalist. Um, if you have gallstones, too much chicory can exacerbate the problem, so pay attention. Don't have chicory if you have gallstones. It'll also, because it lowers blood sugar levels, it'll interfere with your diabetic medication because it's a blood thinner. So people on anticoagulants should consult doctor before having chicory. And if you're just going to have it like once in a blue moon, it's not going to hurt you. This is a medicinal dose that they're talking about. If you have intestinal or bile duct obstructions, gallstones, diarrhea, fever, don't have chicory. Yeah, stop using chicory at least 2 weeks before any scheduled surgery or dental procedure because that it'll affect your blood sugar control. But that's pretty much what I have for you today. I noticed that I did this without a microphone about halfway through. I believe you can hear me. I'm sorry if you have to turn me up, but thank you so much for being here. Um, People are talking about chicory right now over at the Herbalist Garden on Facebook because it is blooming now and you can find it easily. Um, please, 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 when you're foraging things, make sure you're at least 20 feet off a roadside um, due to like emissions. And I know I've seen in our town that they like literally go and spray the edges of the roadside to keep the weeds down and they don't have to mow as much. And it's just like killing off my plants. And not only that, it's like 100 feet from a creek. No, believe me, it kills me. Kills me. Kills. Just be careful when you're foraging things. It's just important to do that. Please like and subscribe so you can get all my notifications when I post. I post shorts every now and then, other videos, but this is the majority of what I do for right now. I am in the works of planning on doing another series. medicine in your backyard still one that we want to pick up? Tried. There's some busy people. Busy people. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you for learning with me. I don't know what we're going to do next week. Maybe go to Gola. Maybe. I don't know much about it, so we probably will learn it next week. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for learning with me. Have a great day.